Other than inflation along these same topics, do you foresee any other long-term effect of the coordinated effort by central banks around the world to pump their economies with liquidity? Other than inflation, which is the standard reaction, this is what's going to happen. Do you see any other long-term effects of that particular action from central banks around the world?
Well, I think that the action inevitably distorts investment decisions. It distorts investment decisions by lowering, the costs of certain forms of borrowing, subsidizing certain forms of activity. So therefore, for the long term, you get a distorted and, in some ways, inefficient allocation of capital. Now, I don't know how long that's going to last. That's what you've seen in Japan. Japan started this process of zero interest rates and a highly accommodative monetary policy in the late 1990s, and it's really distorted the economy substantially because it's never managed to escape from that. I think that the Western economies, particularly the United States, are likely to escape more quickly, and therefore the distortion will be less severe. But it's still a danger. And that's certainly true in Europe, where we've got quite a lot of so-called zombie companies, some kind of zombie sectors being kind of artificially kept alive by this policy, and slowing down the process of creative destruction, but also this sort of distorting capital allocation. So that's the main thing. By the way, I'm not afraid about inflation. I think if we saw inflation rising in Europe and the United States, that would be a moment of triumph. That would mean that we were heading out of the situation. I would be delighted.
You'd like to see that heat.
If we saw a bit of heat, yes, absolutely. That would be a very positive indicator from my point of view.